What is up, ladies and gentlemen? iPod One Reviewer here with another episode of Interviewing a Gamer. And today we have Leslie of Femtastic Gaming. What is up, Leslie? So glad that
Hi.
you're
Um,
here. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you so much for having me. I'm like excited and nervous. I'm very nervous. I don't know why.
Oh, you're nervous. Well, I'm so glad that you agreed to be on Interviewing a Gamer. Um, Basically, to those that may have never seen this series, this series is basically a series in which I ask each gamer 10 questions, but it's the exact same questions to each gamer, so you can see the difference in the answers as well as get to know a little bit about each other. Um, and also to promote whatever you guys choose to promote, whether it's your channels, your, YouTube, Facebook, whatever the case may be, and basically to, yeah, just to uh, reach out to other people, basically, and to maybe reach some folks that may otherwise not have would come across the content. Not saying that not saying that that will be the case, but at the same time, is to basically just get people out there and do something positive. We are not on the crumb side of YouTube. So now,
Okay.
first question is, what brings you to YouTube?
Oh, okay. What brings me to YouTube? Well, let me see. It's kind of a little bit of a long story. So I wanted to do YouTube like back in the day, like around 2007 and stuff, but I felt like I really didn't have anything to say. Or maybe I did and I just didn't know how to put it together kind of deal. And then I ended up starting YouTube actually as a like a fitness channel kind of deal to like actually start losing weight and like to keep myself accountable and stuff like that. But I've had a rough couple of years, and so I didn't feel like I should continue doing videos if I wasn't keeping up to the standards that I was trying to set for other people.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then I always had a love of gaming since I was like wee little, like 5 years old, and I started. I actually joined a all-girl female clan, PMS clan. I'm not with them anymore, but at the time it was like so much fun being able to play with your friends and just like doing all this fun stuff. And they had like different divisions for different games, and I was like the community manager for the Call of Duty division at the time, and it was just a lot of fun. And I was just started watching YouTube videos of other people doing games, and I was like, okay, this looks like fun. But the thing of it is that I was self-conscious and still am self-conscious because a lot of people don't know that I'm albino. So I have a visual impairment, and my eyes, they move by themselves. I can't control them. And, people on the internet get brave. They're like trolls, And I
Mm-hmm.
was always afraid that I was just going to get made fun of. But then finally I was just like, screw it, just do it. So that's where I started the gaming. And then, yeah, so that's what brought me to YouTube.
Well, it's awesome to meet another female gamer. We got to stick together.
Exactly.
So, next question. What is your ultimate goal here on YouTube?
My ultimate goal as of right now, it's like a hobby. It's just something to do for fun. I haven't been as consistent as I wanted to because sometimes life gets in the way. Right now I have a lot of time because I'm actually looking for work. So I've been trying to upload more content, and I feel like it's bringing me more subscribers and more views, which is great. But mostly it's just to have fun. And
Mhm.
if it turns into something, that's awesome. I'm not, gonna push it away. But hopefully, right now it's just to have fun and keep past the time.
Exactly. Okay, cool. So, we know that you're a gamer and that you're passionate about gaming. Tell us something we may not know.
Let me see. Like I said, it's actually really weird because I have a degree in multimedia design.
Nice.
But I hate coding because of the visual impairment aspect. And it's like I pick all the things that are so visual because I feel like I don't want to let something stop me just because, you know, it's like, it's not like I'm fully blind, I can see, so why should I not let, you know, things stop me, basically, kind of deal. Aside from that, I am Puerto Rican. I speak fluent Spanish.
Go ahead, girl.
People don't know. So a lot of people don't know that either. Let me see. I think that's really much it.
Okay, awesome. All right. So, next question. Do you feel that it's important to finish games 100%?
Okay. As someone who personally does not do that, it's not as important. But I know people who are like achievement whores, and they love to just go through the entire game collecting achievements. I mean, it's fun when you get them, but I don't make it like a thing to actually like go through a whole game and just like. I mean, there have been games that I've completed that I've just like, you know, been so into that I'm like, okay, I'll complete this game. But for the most part, I don't feel it's important to finish it. It's just like you get the gist of it, it's good enough.
Okay. So, are you a trophy hunter? Why or why not?
No, I'm definitely not a trophy hunter. I feel like it takes a lot of time, and sometimes you like miss things, especially when games have things where you like need to collect things, and you gotta go back and collect it. And I'm like, I don't really have time for this. I don't have time to go back through. And then I actually started playing Fallout 4, and I felt like I needed to like walk through everything, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna be here forever playing this game. Before I knew it, like 3 hours had passed, and I was still like on the first part of the map. It was like, oh god.
So, what do you feel is more important? Hardware, software, or sales, and why?
Mm. Okay, so I understand about the sales thing because developers want to make money. They're obviously putting all this time and creativity and energy into the project that they believe in. So I understand why they would want to make money off of it. I feel like the software is the most important thing because you need to. That's the game basically. Like if you install it, you put a disc in, whatever. That is the actual physical game. Of course, the hardware is also important because that's where you run the game on. If you don't have hardware, how are you going to play the game? So I think they're all important in their own way.
Okay.
Yeah, I definitely feel like they're all important in their own way. I mean, the sales thing, it kind of sucks because I feel like developers are starting to get a little money hungry and they like put all these in-game transactions and stuff like that. And it was never about that. Like, it was just to play the game. And if you want to like add that, I'm okay with season passes and stuff like that. But then these developers also get excessive with the price of season passes. Like, why do I have to pay $50 when I just paid you $60 for a game?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, I feel like if they were going to do the season pass, they should do it like maybe like 25, 30, you know, and especially like it's just too much money. They're getting a little greedy.
Exactly. I agree, to be honest. It's bad how things are turning out. And then what? I think Boogie just did a video. He was saying that, Boogie 2988
Yeah, I love him. He's so funny.
about Star Wars Battle already working on a second one. He was like, the season pass is not even out for the first one. They pay for a season pass, but the content is not out. So you need to finish that before you start working on the net. So
Exactly. It's true.
crazy. It's
My
crazy.
disappointment with Star Wars was like the no campaign thing. Like, how are you gonna have a Star Wars game with a no campaign? Like,
Mm-hmm.
that's like Star Wars is story driven. Like, I don't know, but I actually have the game, but only because my fiance has it. Like, we do digital downloads. I'll explain why, but yeah. So we do digital, and so when he gets the game, I get the game because that's the way we have our Xboxes set up.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, I wouldn't have spent the money on it.
Yeah. I'll wait for a price drop.
Yeah, I hear
So next question. What are your thoughts on the gaming community today?
you. My thoughts on the gaming community. I don't know because I feel like with social media, things have gotten like a little out of hand. Like when I grew up, like my first system was a Commodore 64, and it wasn't even mine, it was my uncle's. And so you didn't have like social media, you didn't have anybody to like, oh, review your game or talk trash or anything like that, where it's just like you had like those gaming magazines back in the day.
Oh, I love
um
those.
yeah, exactly. And like aside from that, that's where you got your gaming news. And if not, if you couldn't afford to get those things, word of mouth, you would talk to your friends. Oh, did you play this game? Did you play that game? Kind
Mhm.
of deal. Like it's now it's to the point where it's so public that it's not, I feel like everyone has something to complain about, but no one does anything about it. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like I don't know, my personal complaint at this point for me is Call of Duty.
Mhm.
Now, I actually want to do a video on this, but then I feel like I don't want to have negativity on my channel, but it's like really upsetting me kind of deal, to the point where I'm like, oh, I really should say something, but I don't want to be negative. But at the same point, like something needs to be said.
Okay.
Um, yeah, so I don't know. I just feel like maybe I just might go ahead and do it and just put it out there. But at the same token, like it's just craziness. People are just, someone has always got something to complain about. They're always on each other about different consoles. Oh, PlayStation's better than Nintendo. Nintendo's better than Xbox. Xbox is better than all of them. It's just like, you like what you like and just enjoy it. Why do you have to be like making a big deal about it? Like I personally have an Xbox. I have a Wii U. I'm thinking about getting a PlayStation again. I had one, but I didn't use it as much, and we were short on cash, so we got rid of it because we didn't use it as much. But I actually am thinking about getting one again, just because, you know, I like the exclusives that PlayStation has, the Uncharted and, you know, Infamous and stuff like that. And that's mostly what I use the PlayStation for. I've always been like more of an Xbox Nintendo person, so
Mhm.
that's what I'm gonna hold on to.
Okay. Awesome. So, what are your thoughts on the future of gaming?
Okay, it's kind of scary to think about, because like I said, you know, all those in-game transactions, and you're just spending all this money to provide entertainment, and it sucks. Because, and then on top of that is the whole switching to digital thing. Like, okay, so I'm one of those digital people, I'm sorry. The only reason I am a digital person is, like I said, we found a way to have our Xboxes connect, so that way we purchase one actual copy and it goes to both consoles, which financially, at the point that I'm in, it makes sense to me. But before that, I was always buying physical copies. But the plus side to the digital is I felt like I was always trading in games and then wanting them back. So
Mhm.
I'm spending double the money. Whereas digitally, it's in my library. I can't sell it. I can't get rid of it. It's there. So I will always be able to go back to it.
I guess
But
there's a trade-off, though.
yeah, it is. And it's like, oh, but then, you know, like I say, if you want to go back and play a game that you traded in, then you have to spend money again to
Mhm.
get it back. So it's like thinking, you know what I mean? But
Mhm.
at the same time, I don't know. I just love games, period. So I guess I'll spend the money either way when I have it, right?
Yeah.
But I don't know. Just I'm just scared because all those in-game transactions, like even on an app game, you can't even play a game without like them charging you like 99 cents for another life. Like, why do I need to give you 99 cents so I can have another life? I'll
Mhm.
just wait my 5 hours or whatever.
Mhm. Exactly. That's for those
Annoy
who
people
have
on
no
Facebook asking for lives.
patience. Or you can always ask your Facebook friends.
And then they delete you. Stop sending me money.
Next person that send me. So yeah, I don't do that. But
I try not to. Like, I know specifically people who play certain games that I'll be like, okay, I can ask this person, but I don't like bombard everybody. I'm like,
exactly.
yeah, because then people start to get mad and they're like, I'm gonna delete you.
I blocked that on my channel, on my Facebook page. I think I blocked it where you can't
Oh,
send.
I'm pretty sure you can block it, but I'm just like, there are some games that I do enjoy playing because I just like to play them in bed kind of deal.
Hmm.
But yeah, I mean, it just sucks. I just developers are just getting so greedy. I mean, before it used to be about the love of the game, and now it's all about money.
Well, used to be games were complete when we received them, you know.
Yeah, that's very true.
So that's one thing I would say Nintendo still has over, other
Other platforms.
yeah, is that
Yeah.
when they release a game, it is a complete game. There's no hidden transactions, there's nothing hidden behind paywalls. And
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Even
I,
down to the handheld, the 3DS. I love playing 3DS games. I used to have a Vita, but I sold it.
same
Now I want a
here.
Vita again.
See, same here.
But I have the Vita TV. I have the Vita TV, but
Oh, okay.
I don't play it.
Yeah.
I like the handhelds. You could just take them anywhere. You're not tied down to a TV or whatnot. So I don't know. I like completeness. And it's like games nowadays. They are never complete because,
Mm-mm.
as you stated, microtransactions and things.
Oh, not even that, but the locked content that's like already on the disc and you can't even get to it because you have to pay for a season pass or something like that. It's annoying and it's out of control and it's gonna continue to be that way. But it's like, what can we do to like stop that?
Don't buy it.
Well, then you risk the point of like not being able to play the game, like, and then so it's like one or the other. You don't play the game, you don't spend the money, but you play the game, then you're like giving yourself entertainment, but at the same time you're like spending the money.
But I just miss the old school way. You work towards unlocking these things.
Mm-hmm.
You pass this certain point, you unlock things. That is what that's where, the retro games, in my opinion, to me still excel, is the fact
Mm-hmm.
that number one, they're complete games. Number two, you unlock things as you play. There's nothing you have to pay for. You actually received a completed game.
I completely agree.
So I don't like the way they're doing things either, but yeah. So that brings me to my next question. Retro or current gen, and why?
Mm. Mm. Oh my goodness. Okay, now I'm gonna get a lot of slack for this, but I'm gonna say both.
Hmm.
I'm
Okay.
gonna say both because number one, I love retro games. Like I said, my first game ever was playing Donkey Kong on the Commodore 64, and I used to play and play and play and get so mad at that stupid barrel every time it hit me in the head, and just that brings good memories to me. And then like getting my first Nintendo system and playing Super Mario Brothers, and my favorite was Super Mario 3, and then there was this other game called Maniac Mansion. It
Mm.
was the silliest game ever, but I played it for hours. I loved that silly game. Um, and then we had like the Donkey Kong on the Super NES and the N64, and oh my god! So just thinking of like the retro games gets me excited, like Frogger and Asteroids and stuff like that.
Mhm.
I love those games, but at the same token, the next generation, even though we have to deal with the crap with like in game transactions and season passes and stuff, but you see how games have evolved over time. Where it's like they're no longer 8-bit, they're a lot like more realistic looking, which I think is awesome because these people who create these games take their time and they do things so artistically, like and it just you just I like to, especially like in Call of Duty or something, I like to go into a private match and just walk around the map and see like what details they've included. And I do that for other games too, like open world games, because these people take so much time and so much passion and so much energy and put in every single detail that wasn't there with the retro games.
Mhm.
But the technology has changed, so that's why I say both, because I do love my retro games, but like I like the way things have evolved, like in terms of artistic value.
Okay. That's great. Final question.
Okay.
Is there anything else that you would like to add? Anything you want to say to the gaming community? Whatever is on your heart to say, if it's a rant, if it's pleading, if it's whatever. Is there
Oh my goodness. Anything I want to say? Now you put me on the spot because I have a lot to say, but now I'm like, what do I say? um, I don't know. I think we just need to have fun and play the game and enjoy the value of it for what it's worth. Like, I think everyone just has like, they're just in complaint mode all the time, always complaining about everything. Just play the game and enjoy it. And then my whole thing is too, don't be like me, because I get into this like mode where I just around Call of Duty time, I just play a crap ton of Call of Duty and then don't enjoy my other games. And it's like a cycle for me. It happens every year, and I'm like, I don't even know why I play Call of Duty anymore. But yeah, don't get involved in the Call of Duty trap. Just put Call of Duty down and play something else.
uh-huh.
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like people just need to enjoy gaming, whatever they decide they want to play. I mean, I like first-person shooters, and I like strategy games and decision-maker games and things of that sort. And if you like sports games or racing games, whatever, just play them and enjoy them, you know? Stop complaining. Like, people complained about, like, everything, just, like, frame rates, and you never had to worry about that before. Who cares about a frame rate? Just enjoy the game.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, it's just, I don't know. It is what it is.
Okay. Well, Femtastic Gamer.
Yes.
I am so good. Well, gaming.
Yeah. It's okay. The fun.
I'm so glad that that you came on, the podcast, I guess. And yeah, you've been awesome.
Thank you so much for having me. This is a lot of fun.
Yeah. And we're going to see you on the podcast in Between Gamers podcast here soon. So yeah, you guys look out for Femtastic Gaming and be sure
Yes.
to follow her YouTube channel.
Yes.
And I will leave a link in the description so you can do so. Yeah.
Thank
So
you.
I guess that concludes this episode.
Yay! This is so much fun. Thank you.
All right, so you guys, like I said, be sure to follow Femtastic Gaming. While you're here, hit that subscribe button as well. If you would like to be on an episode of Interviewing a Gamer, leave a comment down below and let me know and we can make it happen. So, other than that, you guys take care and be safe.
Bye.